Only few weeks for Christmas. I'm going to show you how to do shortbread in two flavors. First one is with vanilla, so vanilla shortbread. For this recipe I'm using 125 grams butter in room temperature and 40 grams icing sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, a tablespoon of sugar. This is optional. If you like, you can sprinkle some on top or add a bit extra icing sugar to give more sweetness. 25 grams rice flour and 165 grams plain flour. This is a very simple and easy traditional shortbread recipe. Let's do it. Into a mixing bowl, add the butter and the icing sugar and mix it about 1 minute. After, it will look like this. Into that, add the plain flour and the rice flour and a teaspoon of vanilla and mix again. Make sure to mix it until it gathers everything together and use a spatula and scrape down the ends. And it's ready. Take it out. When it is ready, add a bit of flour onto the bench and get the dough onto the bench. I'm doing a very small quantity of the shortbread. You can double or triple this recipe without any problem. Make a nice big bowl and press down. Add a bit more flour and roll the dough to the thickness that you like. I like it like 1/4 of an inch. Prepare a tray with the baking papers and you can use any shape of a cutter for this, or even you can cut it using a knife into squares or fingers. So put them on the baking tray. So they are ready. I made 21 cookies out from that. They are actually large cookies and I'm going to bake this on 180 Celsius about 15 to 20 minutes, so until golden brown. When you bake the cookies, make sure that you use the middle rack of the oven. And these are the ingredients for making the chocolate shortbread, and the ingredients are different from vanilla ones. 125 grams butter, the butter amount is the same. A teaspoon of vanilla, 50 grams rice flour and 2 teaspoons of coffee, instant coffee. You can use less or more coffee if you like the strong flavors, and 60 grams icing sugar. 25 grams cocoa powder. If you like it lighter, you can add less cocoa powder in this recipe. 90 grams plain flour. So let's start doing it. And I'm going to use the same mixing bowl. The reason why I did the vanilla one before, then I can use the same bowl to do the chocolate one. Into the mixing bowl, add the butter, icing sugar, coffee powder, cocoa powder and a teaspoon of vanilla. So mix it on a medium speed. Now reduce the speed and add the plain flour and then the rice flour. Increase the speed. Use a spatula or a dough scraper and scrape down the ends and mix again. It is ready, and take it out. Put some flour onto the bench and put the dough onto the bench. So press down. Work with a bit extra flour. This dough is very different to the other dough. And if you are living in a very warm climate, you can put this in fridge for half an hour before making the cookies. Now press. You will not need a rolling pin for this dough. Now when you cut the cookies from this dough, you will need to be a bit careful. You can cut it. First dip the cookie cutter in flour and then cut it like this. So finish making the chocolate cookies. I made 18 chocolate cookies out from that recipe, and you can't bake both at once. The cooking time will be vary, so you need to do it in 2 different trays. So this goes to the preheated oven, 180 Celsius, about 15 minutes. Once the cookies are ready, take them out and leave in the tray about 5 minutes before put it away on the wire rack. When you take it out, it is soft, but it sets and become crunchy when you leave it 5 minutes in the hot tray. So I finished baking the shortbread, and this is how it is. This is the vanilla shortbread and this is the chocolate one. So see, it's really nice and crunchy, and the chocolate one is the same. So you can store this in an airtight container up to a month, and you can do this ahead for Christmas, or you can gift wrap them too, and hope you will enjoy. See you next time.